Bye! Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 13th episode of the show Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue, as well as the 351st episode overall, titled Ryan's Destiny. We started this episode on the Aqua base with Miss Fairweather sitting down, and then there's a whole intruder alert noise as someone just comes up on the lift in the science lab. It's Ryan. Everyone's just staring at him. Security shows up to take Ryan away, but Miss Fairweather says he's fine. He walks to Mitchell's office, who seems to be expecting him. Feels like you could have just gotten him a visitor's pass then. Ryan says he's here to say goodbye, but Mitchell says no, there's a place for him here at Lightspeed. Ryan has no idea who he is, because he's been poisoned with hate and fear. So he's got to go out of Mariner Bay to find himself. He leaves and Mitchell grabs a box from his desk. He catches up with Ryan in the hallway and he says he knows who Ryan is. He's not evil. Inside him there's an ocean of goodness. And when he realizes that, open this morpher-sized box. Ryan takes it, leaving. Dana is walking through the hall and she sees Ryan, who is slowly shaking his head as the elevator closes on her. What is with this family and being dramatic in slow motion? In the Skull Cavern, Queen Bansheera is calling Diabolico pathetic, and she suggests that Impus could do it instead, and if he doesn't succeed, Impus will be given Diabolico's star power. Is that what Impus becomes top dog in Guitar Hero? Viper then Siri voices herself into saying that Impus is probably dreaming about the day he grows up and takes over. They're like talking shit about a baby right now. Diabolico has a plan to bring the Rangers to their knees. He brings 3 cards to him out of the mouth void, and then Jinxer suggests that these are the last 3 monsters that Diabolico has. He wants to use them to kill the Rangers. He calls forth his warriors, tossing the cards. They arrive and Diabolico gives them the assignment of killing the Power Rangers. They are Demon Knight, Thunderon, and Falcar, and they arrive in a park. Demon Knight creates feathers, and they blow them all over the city. Ryan is walking and he finds a feather. He's been locked up for so long, he's probably pretty enamored by normal stuff. He's watching a little boy and a little girl play, and he gets the ball that comes over to him. The boy complains about his sister to Ryan, and he says that he should be good to her because he'd miss her if she wasn't around. He then gives the feather to the boy to give to his sister. That's pretty weird. At a bus terminal, Ryan shows up, coming up for the ticket window, and he seems to be struggling with where he wants to go, eventually giving his spot up to the person behind him. He sits down on the bench, and the woman next to him asks where he's heading. He says that he wishes he knew, and she tells him to follow his heart, and then she winks at him? A cougar? In the Aqua base, the alarms are going off. Mitchell lets the Rangers know that there's 3 monsters, so good luck. They head out, flipping into the scene morphed. They pose a bit, and now they're all fighting. Joel takes on Demon Knight, getting hit against a car, but Demon Knight appears, sending his sword flying and blowing up this car. Carter and Chad take on Falcar, who swings around and kicks them back. Thunderon legit juggles with Kelsey and Dana in a very weird attack. They regroup and they say they have something in store for Mariner Bay. They toss feathers at the Rangers, and they say that they're harmless now, but when darkness falls. And then they make a dark orb around the Rangers, and the feathers explode. They spread these aviary bombs all over the place. At sundown, it's boom time. They would have to kill all 3 monsters by nightfall to prevent this. Mitchell sees this, calling for a citywide alert. The Rangers basically say, "No, you're not gonna do it," and we see this boy and girl from earlier, still with that feather bomb that Ryan gave them. Ryan is about to get on a bus, and then he hears a news report about the explosive feathers. He remembers legit how he just gave the child a bomb. The bus driver is honking at Ryan to get on, and then he just runs away. Alright, well he just wasted his money. Teams are mobilized, evacuating areas and collecting the feathers. Now Carter and Dana use the Unilaser while the others hold the monsters back, but nope, the monsters just toss the Rangers in front of the laser and hit them back. The sun is going down now, and Carter has an idea, running away. In a cool overcut scene, we see the sun going down as the Rangers run and the monsters follow. The Rangers then disappear around a corner, and the monsters are like, From the top of a building, the Rangers fire the Unilaser, but the monsters hit it right back at them, sending them flying. You guys kind of suck. They start spreading feathers around the Rangers, and Carter says they have to do something. We then see the kids and their mom walking, and they talk about the feather. Ryan has somehow found them, and he runs, taking the feather and throwing it. He tells them to get down as the thing explodes, as do all the feathers around the Rangers, who get blown through a damn building and knocked out of their morph. Ryan makes sure that the kids and the mom are safe, and they call him their hero, and the mom's very nonchalant about this. Kids wave back at Ryan, and he remembers when Mitchell told him that he was good and he gave him that box. Like 10 minutes ago. He gets the box out and he opens it, revealing a light. The Rangers are struggling to stand up as the monsters come their way, and just as they're about to slash, here comes Ryan, flying in and kicking the monsters down. The Rangers are happy to see Ryan. Falcar calls Ryan the traitor, and Ryan says this is no game. Titanium power. Mitchell is excited to see Ryan has returned, and he jet propels himself forward, kicking Thunderon down. He then takes on Demonite and Falcar, making quick work of them. Why did you ever leave? Demonite says that they have other tricks, but maybe later. The three teleport away. Miss Fairweather says no one was hurt, somehow. And Mitchell says, thanks to Ryan. Like, screw the rest of the team that actually did something, right? Anyways, the Rangers are happy to see Ryan, and he calls Dana little sister. Definitely an only child wrote these scripts. At the Aqua base, Ryan is given his own Lightspeed jacket, and Joel says girls love a man in uniform, although they loved him before he had a uniform. Joel's kind of growing on me a bit more. They say welcome to Lightspeed, and later that night, everyone goes to sleep. Apparently, Ryan has his own quarters now. While he's sweaty sleeping, he's dreaming of running in the palace away from something. Diabolico's behind him, above him, firing at him, and he hits him against a pillar, telling Ryan he'll pay, and he lasers his shirt off. Hot. He then gives Ryan a cobra tattoo. Oh boy. Every time he morphs now, the cobra will climb up his body to his neck. Jinxer, Viper, and Lokai are there laughing. When it gets to his neck, he'll die. Ryan wakes up in the dorm, freaked out. He gets up and he looks into a mirror, and guess what? That shitty tattoo is now on his back. Dun dun dun! The end. This episode's like a weird wrap-up for Titanium. Like 2 episodes ago, he showed up for the first time to murder the Rangers. Now they're just all friends and totally fine. It's really bizarre. But I will say I actually really dug the monster plot this week, and for that alone, I give it like a solid 8 out of 10. Diabolico is indeed giving payback to Ryan, although it's somehow through a dream turned reality, but I guess I can just chalk that up to like demon stuff. Next time, Carter starts watching and getting a little gay. But until then, may the power protect you.